Hey guys, welcome back to Music Talk with John. Today I'm doing another unboxing. This one's kind of cool because I'm actually starting it from a box. It would be a surprise to you, but you've already read the title to this, so you already know what's in here. So I'm going to do something, I guess it's a little bit different because there's a lot of things that are in here, and I'm going to go ahead and do an unboxing right now, but this video is actually going to take you through a couple days because I'm going to unbox it, I'm going to check everything out inside, and I'm going to review it and all that fun stuff, and then it's going to take pretty much the process is going to be in this video. So it's going to be over a couple days, so just so you know ahead of time. So let's go ahead and get to this. It's the Neil Young, I think it's the 50th anniversary of Harvest, and we're going to open this bad boy up and see what it looks like. Do it the best way, so I'm going to stab whatever's inside of this. I'll just jam it right through the box set. That'll be awesome. Leave my own little signature on it. So we're opening the top here. So I'm just gonna do that. So the tape's out of the way. So just do this and open her up. And let's see what it looks like. All right, you're gonna see it the first time as I see it for the first time. There it goes. So it looks pretty. Looks like that Harvest record, that awesome Harvest record. So I'll just lift it up a little bit there so you can see. All right, that's not gonna work. Let's just get rid of this box. This is it. Okay, so it looks just like the Harvest album. I have two copies of Harvest right now. This is an older copy here, and this was a recent remaster, I believe. It has the Neil Young logo down there. So if we take a look at it, you can see, yeah, it stays true to the artwork. So let's see what it says in the front. So we have this cool hype sticker right there. And it says 50th anniversary deluxe edition original album remastered. Very cool. 3 Harvest outtakes on a 7-inch single. 2 unreleased versions. 1971 unreleased BBC concert on LP and DVD. That's going to be cool. Harvest Time. It's a 2-hour unreleased film from 1971 on DVD, and in a 48-page hardbound book numbered lithograph poster. And you can go to visit neilyoungarchives.com for high-res audio and more. And that's why I'm going to take this through a couple days, because it's going to take me a little time to get through all this, but I wanted to do the unboxing also so you could share the experience with me as I opened it for the first time. There's the back of it. And I don't know, is that the picture that was on the back? Yeah, same exact picture that is on the back of the album. So there you go. All right, so we're going to open this up, and I always do it carefully because I like to keep my hype stickers, so I always know what versions I have of things. So we're going to take this plastic off. Box looks good. And one thing I like right here, and I will show you in a second. Well, I don't need to show you. It says made in Germany. And I've had whoa, that's good. Just knock everything over. I've had a lot of luck with German pressings. Haven't had any issues with anything that have this made in Germany sticker. So I'm actually going to keep that also and put it inside of here, inside this box set. I'm trying to be careful with my hype sticker. It's trying to fold up on me. So it's got a nice textured box. Feels like nice hard cardboard. So there's the height that I'm going to keep, and then where'd it go? It's on here somewhere. Oh, it's on the actual box. Okay, so it says right here, made in Germany. So that's a good sign to me. So let's see what we have here. Getting excited and giddy here. Nothing on the inside there. Because I just love, Neil Young. This is one of my favorite albums. After the Gold Rush. I was a little disappointed in what they did with After the Gold Rush. So I didn't buy that one. I thought it was just, they're asking too much money and didn't really give you much out of it. This one is just jam-packed with stuff. So I'm very excited to check it out. So first, thing we have inside the box is this, and I don't know if this is what it is, so let me pull it up here and take a look. This is this, can't be the book because it said it's hardbound. So maybe this is the album. It's just nice texture. They did a good job with it. Everything looks good here. This is not exactly laying flat. There's kind of a little bit of a turn there. So, not sure why. Let me open it up. And there it is. And so yeah, this is the remastered album right here. It should just be on, let's see, inside the first, it's a gatefold, obviously, like I just showed you. So inside the first opening of the gatefold, you have this Neil Young Harvest. And, lyrics. Open it up, you have all these lyrics. Back it up. On the back side, you have credits, I believe. No, more lyrics. So just all the lyrics are on there. So I don't know if that's a copy of Neil's writing or not. I'll have to do a little research on that. So that was in the first part of the gatefold. Hanging out there, so that's very cool. I'm assuming the album came like that. I don't know if my other ones look like that or not. There we go. And let's see how they did with the album. Okay. A little wrinkly there, guys. What's up? It is polylined, so it does have a nice protective sleeve. And the album itself is on black vinyl and on that reprise there. And so I'm pretty sure this is pretty much true to the design that they originally went with on this. So put this back in here. I'll have to see. Maybe I'm going to replace this because it might not be good for it to be in this. So it's a little disappointing that they would put such a nice thing together. And yeah, because the album doesn't even really stay in there. It's crumpled up at the bottom. So I'm not real thrilled with that. Like they just crammed it in there. So I'm going to get it back in there. But what I'm going to do is replace it with a different album or sleeve here. Yeah, it's really tight trying to get it back in there. So I don't know why quite like that. I'm kind of afraid of messing up the album. So this is not a fun part. So I'm just going to go ahead and leave the album out inside the sleeve and put it to the side here. So the next thing you have in here is, I'm wondering if this is the book. Neil Young, BBC in Concert, February 23rd, 1971. So if I lift this up, or is this another album? Yeah, it's another album, I guess. So it's very cool what they did with that. Just nice texture on there. Side 1, Out on the Weekend, Old Man, Journey Through the Past, Heart of Gold. Side 2, Don't Let It Bring You Down, A Man Needs a Maid, Love in Mind, and Dance, Dance, Dance. It looks like it might just be Neil by himself. Neil Young, guitar, piano, harmonica, vocals. Recorded on February 23rd, 1971. BBC Radio Theatre, London, England. First broadcast in the UK, April 1st, 1971. That's the backside there, so it looks like it's just Neil up there. I'm assuming this is in black vinyl. Let's see if this is in a little bit better shape. This looks better. It's a little wrinkly, but we can deal with that. It can't be perfect, but it looks nowhere near as bad as that bad boy over there. Black vinyl, and they stayed true with the label look on the reprise. So that looked a little bit better. It has more space here. That one's just crammed in there. Sometimes those gatefolds, you have to really open them up to get that album back in there. So I just wasn't going to force that tonight. All right, then we have a little card here. You see that? And it says, visit me at www.neilyoungarchives.com, where you can experience so much more, including thousands of my audio and video recordings, all of the details and memorabilia behind them, and my personally written newspaper. $19.99 per year, Neil. So Neil has a newspaper. So anybody, there you go. If anybody wants to check that out. Okay, then we have Harvest Outtakes. So this is the little single it was talking about with side A, Bad Fog of Loneliness, Journey Through the Past, and side B is Dance, Dance, Dance. So there, and there. And I believe the band had a name. Let me look at this real quick. Yeah, it wasn't, what's Neil's, oh my, I can't remember. I can't believe I can't think of the, Neil Young and, oh my God, that's going to drive me crazy. Hold on. Crazy Horse. I don't know why I couldn't think of Crazy Horse. Maybe it's just because it's late. I don't know. Anyway, so it's the Stray Gators. So I guess that's what the backup band was called on this. It's the Stray Gators. So I'm assuming it's Neil Young with the Stray Gators. Go once again. Very cool. Then it looks like we have a poster here. Looks like it's maybe that similar to the back of the album. Yeah, looks like that if you open it up. It's that, but I usually don't open the posters up too much. All right, then we have, I guess this is the lithograph, and there's Neil out there in his woods. I wonder if that's the legendary woods with the barn and all that stuff. It is numbered. This is Broken Arrow Ranch, July 1st, 1971. So just under a year before I was born. Number 6,102. So I don't know how many were made. Maybe it said that, I don't remember. But it has a little number down there. And I'm assuming this is the book, which looks like the album cover. And let's see what we get here. Yeah, very cool. Staying with true to the kind of like the feel of the album. It's a nice hardcover. There's your spine right there. Neil Young Harvest 50th Anniversary Edition. So cool book in there. And let's see if I can show this to you, because usually they're more flexible. So I'm going to see if I can hold this up and show you some of these pages here. Some of these pictures I can already see look familiar to me. All right. Second page there. My life is changing in so many ways, and that's one of the lyrics to one of the songs. And I'm assuming this is like pretty much the story of the album. This is really nice. This right here is very much like worth it by itself. More notes, and it looks like handwritten stuff. So I'm really looking forward to listening to this. Like I said, this is one of my favorite Neil Young albums. Harvest. It's funny because when my friend was trying to kind of turn me on to Neil in the late 80s or so, I just couldn't get past that voice. It just, you know, I was just like foolish, just going, oh, how can you listen to that guy? And then I think it was after the Gold Rush first that just one day, no, actually, you know what it was? It was the live one that he did. It had Wrecking Ball on it. I can't think of the name right now. Rockin' in the Free World's on there. Can't think of the album name, but I think that's what started getting me into it. Rockin' in the Free World, and I listened to that album, and I just wore it out. I can't believe I can't think of it. I have it on CD, but I don't think I have it on vinyl yet. Freedom, that's what it was called, Freedom. It's a lot of cool pictures. I would just, if you could wear out a CD, I would have worn out Freedom, I'm telling you right now. There's that. Very cool. But it had just Wrecking Ball and Rocking in the Free World started it, and I think it was acoustic. I think the first one was acoustic, and then he did it again at the very end of the album where it was electric, and just, well, you got some, where it's electric with the full just rocking out version of it. You've got different people in here. It looks like you have Graham Nash, Stephen Stills in there, helping and probably doing some backup vocals and stuff. But yeah, so once I got into Freedom, then I kind of was the gateway into After the Gold Rush. The song itself, After the Gold Rush, was really just attracted me. And then, you know, once I did After the Gold Rush, it was like easy step right into this album, Harvest. Because, I mean, this could have been a double album, those two, as far as I'm concerned. And I know Neil, I was watching somebody else today, and he said Neil really, he didn't like his first album, I guess, because it felt too produced. And he tries to get really a live sound in each one of his albums. And maybe that's why this does sound so good. Instead of just going in and overproducing an album, just go for a nice live feel, maybe doing some extra editing later and adding things just subtly later. And there's the last page. Ooh, wants to get it right there. Broken Arrow Ranch, September 1971. So that's it. That's a nice book. I really like this. So, oh, wait a minute. Okay, I almost missed it. So, we almost missed something, and I wasn't even questioning where these things were. Okay, so that last page that I just showed you with the Neil and his dogs. Wasn't the end of it. So there's that picture I just showed you. If you keep going to the end, oh, look what they have hidden here. There they are. So this is the top one is Harvest Time DVD. Harvest Time, a film from 1971. Alabama words. Are you ready for the country? So it goes through the track listing. It's a cool little DVD. There's the DVD. Has the Harvest look. Comes with this little piece of paper. Track listing, I guess people involved in Nashville, New York. So it's just kind of giving you the breakdown, I guess. And Neil Young, BBC in concert. Another DVD. So that concert is on here. A little bit different design on that one. That's what it looks like. So there we go. So that's the beginnings of it. I'm going to go ahead and check all this stuff out, and I'm going to let you know. I'm going to listen to the album. I'm going to watch these 2 DVDs. Actually, I have 2 albums to listen to. 2 and a little single. So I'm going to listen to that. I'm going to listen to DVDs, and I'll let you guys know what I think. So give me some time to do that, and well, you won't notice a difference because I'll be right back. So I'll see you in a minute. Well, actually, I'll see you right here, quickly. Bye. Okay, so it's time to listen to the album, and I did showed you this previously. So I'm gonna just keep it in the box, I guess, until I decide what to do with it. This fits in here nicely. I just put a new sleeve on it. It is a little tight, but that's just the nature sometimes. So I put it on this one instead. So we are going to listen to the album. Side 1. See what she sounds like. Side 2. Okay, so we're going to listen to the 7-inch single. That's the front, with the 3 songs on it. So, it's tight. Lord. It's tight in there. It's been a little while since we've done this, but we're going to put it on 45. Oh. Don't even need that. Okay, here's side A. So weird taking it this far over. Let's see what she sounds like. All right. And the B side. Ooh, that hit you. Okay, so we're going to put this on, the Neil Young BBC in concert, February 23rd, 1971. So back side there. Side 1. Side 2. Okay, so I listened to everything, watched the DVDs, and I love this. I love what they did here. I wish they had done it with After the Gold Rush. I really do. I would suggest a little bit in order. A recommendation I'd like to make as how you approach this, because it's kind of cool. If you watch the DVD first, and this is the making of, it's a 2-hour documentary on how everything was done and shows you them films them recording all the music and all the shenanigans going on between, and there's some very funny moments. I'm not going to give anything away. It is funny. So watch this first. Then once you get a feel for what was happening, go ahead and listen to the album. And once that's done, give the little 7-inch here, the 3 songs that were left out, or I think these are all left out. This is really good too. I like these songs on here, that Bad Fog and Loneliness, Journey Through the Past, and Dance, Dance, Dance. Listen to that, and then give a listen to the BBC. Then you get the live version of it, and then the the studio version of it and the live version of it. Then once you do that, go ahead and watch the video and see if, like a friend of mine describes, if you're not mesmerized by Neil. He's just on stage talking to the audience. Him, acoustic guitar, harmonica. I think he gets on the piano at one point. It's just him, no band. So I would recommend doing it in that order, and it kind of just takes you through the whole thing, the experience of this box set, and you get the feel of it. So what things I saw on the DVD, it starts where Neil's coming down the road in driving a Jeep. It's pretty cool, and turning corner and everything really fast. Then you have them in this barn is where they recorded it, so that the back of the album where you see them, they're literally in a barn. I mean, these guys are on bales of hay playing slide guitar, and Neil, some moments, like you can see this guy up here, he's on piano. Sometimes Neil's up there and the piano's up above, and everything's going on right there. So it's just cool that he's out there and just enjoying the land, no distractions, can just think and be creative. So that is cool as far as all that goes. And so you have him, I don't know if he's tooling around with Alabama, still putting little pieces of that together, but you see where he does parts of it and then they do the song. And then there's a like a cut through where they're doing Alabama, and it cuts from the barn into the studio. And now the moment is all that is. And how it looks like they recorded live, and then anything extra was done like in a studio to add to it. And then there's cool moments like, here's Neil out there walking. Well, there's a scene somewhere where Neil's just laying in the grass, and I guess the canyons are behind him far out, and he's just talking, laying there, relaxing. I think he has a chorus in his hand, and he's playing with something. I don't want to say it was a cow patty, but it almost looked like a cow patty to me. But why would Neil Young be playing with a dried up cow patty? So I don't know. If you see it, you tell me what you think he's holding. I can't tell. So, but he's reflecting on the music and listening to it play from the back from the barn, and it's really cool. And I think they have a mobile recording unit out there that you see later on. And it's just cool to see him just laying there and being himself and talking naturally. So it kind of puts you in his mind frame at the time. Then they get to A Man Needs a Maid, and I believe they went to London. They recorded that with a symphony. You see the interaction there and the dynamics as far as being a musician who plays by feeling and just knows how to write and does the chords and changes because of feeling, compared to an orchestra who they look at the paper and they go, this is what we're supposed to play. So any changes that had to be made, he got a little frustrated, but Neil always stayed cool. So any changes that had to be made, I don't know if they had to go back and rewrite it, or if the conductor was able to work with the orchestra and Neil and get it done. But they did find a way, because obviously the song was completed. And then while that's going on, it's kind of cool. He walks out, and then he goes into this van. Looks almost like a metal army Jeep or something, big metal thing. walks up to the back of that, and you see him in there listening to the playback of A Man Needs a Maid.
Just someone to keep my house clean, fix my meat.
And the reel-to-reels are going, so it really shows you your source material where all your albums are burned off or pressed off of. So that's very cool. I like that part. And then you go further through, and then you have like the song Words, and you have Graham Nash and Stephen Stills
Singing words, words.
They're doing it, and there's some comical moments there where I guess something happens with the playback, some syncing errors or something, and they're all just like, Graham Nash acted like the end of the world was happening. You know, like, this is devastating. So you gotta see that.
Holy shit.
Holy shit, what a fucking hole that was.
What did you
What
do?
a freak out. The whole thing stopped?
No, the whole thing broke sync for some reason.
Oh, it was an incredible fucking moment.
What do you mean it broke sync?
What a traumatic thing that was.
Yeah, I heard them playing back off the sync head and then repeating back off the record head.
That's made my heart stop beating.
That sure was weird, man.
Oh man, that's was
Hang
weird. Hell
on.
yeah.
So it was pretty comical to me. Then while they're there, they're hanging out, and Graham Nash is like looking around, and he's like, yeah, we've been in here before. He goes, this used to be an apartment building, and you know, a lady died in here.
You know something? I think this is the studio.
Where we did our first session?
No. There was in 1943. This place used to be someone's apartment, and he had a swing built in it for his lover, who wore a red velvet dress, and she was murdered by a jealous lover, shot in this room. I promise you.
Really?
Honest, man, it was a very famous murder. The girl in the red velvet swing. Honest, I'm not
Girl
even-
in the red velvet swing? She
Yeah.
was murdered here?
She was murdered here on a swing, man. She was doing a swing and
Did they get it on tape?
blood. I see blood on the floor.
Did they get it on film? Wow, dude.
Hey, man, she's
Look
swinging.
at the chicken, man.
Swing
Look at the
it,
chicken.
yeah.
You think these guys are a little high in there?
Think they're high? No, Garcia's not high.
All right, let's go, Elliot. Let's get the Sean's Raw.
Here's the voice of authority. Let's check it out.
So that was funny too. So yeah, to get some shots of like 2-track recorders, there's some interesting moments of one hits, you know, marijuana stuff going on and people getting pretty happy. A part where Neil's chilling with a banjo and playing harmonica, and he looks like he's in the best of moods. The scene where Neil's down at the pond and he's like, oh, can you give me my I think he asked for the banjo and his harmonica and harmonica holder, and it's just some funny stuff in there. I enjoyed it, and just getting the feel of what their lives were like a bit. You know, he's just a regular person. There's a part now where he's saying, you know, it's hard for me to talk to people sometimes because they're starstruck, and he just wants to talk to them as a person, and they look at him differently, and that's hard for him to deal with. So that was interesting too. And then last but not least, the coolest thing I thought was you got to see the old man. His name was, I think, Louis Avila, something like that. And he's the old man that Old Man has written about, and they're asking him what he thought of the song.
You know that Neil wrote a song about it?
Oh yes, he sang it there when they played it down there for me one day down there.
You like it?
Oh yeah, really nice. It's nice. Real nice.
Well, I wrote a lot of songs out here on this ranch.
Yeah, that's funny.
So that was cool. So everything was great. The albums played great. There was some static little paper on there, had some pops, but I cleaned it up again, replayed it, and it was fine. So no skips, no pops after the cleanup. Everything was great. There was some distortion on the this just sounded like a live recording, so it sounded fine. There were some distorted moments on the DVD. This thing, the album itself, clear, perfect. I loved it. This sounded good too. The recording on this was really nice. It really sounded good on the system. This sounds like a live recording too, but it's good. It's good quality. They did a good job with it. And I just have to look at the book. Haven't had a chance to really look through. I know there's some songs I have questions about on the live. Like I know on the BBC he does some stuff from after the Gold Rush, but Dance, 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 I wasn't sure if that was just an archive thing or not. So anyway, that's what I have for you guys. Thank you for watching. If you have any comments or whatever, leave it down below. And I'll definitely be happy to discuss with you discuss this with you because I really enjoyed this. This was great. So I hope you enjoyed sticking with me through this whole process. But until next time, you guys enjoy your music and you take care out there. All right, bye.